Hey guys, so I've got another live video for you, and this topic is around anyone who is kind of in a position where they're saying things like, oh, the plan isn't working, I'm not losing weight, I don't have time to meditate, my body's broken, or yeah, like I don't have a good coach. I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm on the right plan. So this is for those women that are saying such things. And what I want to talk about is this idea of ownership and accountability and like the victim mentality. And so obviously this is super common, right? With women in, trying to lose weight. I mean, it's common wherever, but obviously since I'm a weight loss coach, we'll talk about that. So it's so common for people to just kind of blame their current circumstances, like on their, where their body's at and, their weight and their food struggles, or just basically where they're at with their body, on things like, my schedule, like I don't have enough time, or, my husband or my kids, like my kids have food in the house, and, or, I don't, I'm too busy, anything like that. It's like things where it's like, it takes the responsibility out of your own hands. It's saying that I'm this way right now because of all this stuff that's going on. I'm a lot busier right now. I don't have time. I don't know where my time's going, or, I have all these clients, or, any of that kind of stuff. Okay. And what I want to talk about today is this idea of like this victim mentality, where you're just blaming, complaining on why you're in the position that you're in because of something outside of you. And the reason we all do this, just so you know, right? Like we all do this. We all play victim at some point. And there's a reason why we actually do that. It's not that, it's not self-sabotage or anything like that. There's actually like two reasons. Number one, it feels like it's easy, right? It's easy. So it's easier for me to blame my current circumstance on somebody outside of me. It's easier for me to blame my coach on why I'm not losing weight. It's easier to blame my husband on why I'm not losing weight, or my kids because, I have to cook them food, or, we have like junk food in the house. It's easier to blame like my schedule because, why I can't meditate. I don't have time to like sit still and take care of myself. And so because it's easier, it's easier to just blame as opposed to taking ownership and doing the work yourself, right? As opposed to, making the schedule adjustments, or, doing the inner work that will allow you to create the life that you want, the body that you want. So because it's easier to just blame it, it's, we do that. Okay. And then second, it feels good. Like it feels good to complain to other people, such as your coach, as like why the plan isn't working, right? It's easy. It feels good to just, to vent to somebody, whether it be your coach or your husband or a friend, on why the plan isn't working, why you're not losing weight. Because in that moment, we're essentially, we don't realize it, but we're seeking love. Like we're seeking somebody to nurture us and, understand us, listen to us, have, empathy for us. And we want somebody to also like be in the misery with us, so if we're struggling, if we feel fat, if we're struggling with our weight, or we're struggling with, eating healthy food or something, like we want somebody to be in the struggle with us, to understand my struggle. And this comes down to like a mother, like a mother dynamic, because it's like you're essentially like seeking some type of nurturing, right? It's like you want the motherly person, the person to sympathize for you, and be like, oh, it's okay. Yeah, I totally get that. I totally understand, man. I know it's so busy, right? We're all just so busy, and yeah, it's just so hard. Everything's just so hard, And so you want somebody to like agree with you. So, and it feels good, right? It feels to kind of get, yeah, it is so hard, like I, I work so hard and nothing changes. Like, we want somebody to to be in that with us. And it feels good to have somebody agree with you and to nurture you. It's kind of like that motherly love, essentially. Or some of us even we want somebody to just kind of tell us off, right? It's like, this is what coaches are really great for is, sometimes we start bitching and complaining about why the plan's not working and why I'm not losing weight because we want the coach or somebody to just kind of fucking tell us, hey man, fucking step up, own your shit. You have all the tools, you're not doing them. Right. So, obviously it's not always like that, but sometimes you do got to pierce through. This is part of my job, is to know when to be soft and when to be firm, when to have the sort of compassionate, positive reinforcement pep talk. And when do you need the hard, piercing, shake them up and wake them up pep talk, own your shit. Right. So, and that's definitely a skill, right? And most people are afraid to do that. So it's most people are afraid to give you the wake up and shake up vibe. Hey man, you're creating the shit show for yourself. Step it up. This is all because of you. Nobody wants to say that. Nobody wants to say, yeah, you keep buying this junk food, or yeah, you keep telling yourself that you're so busy but yet you spend an hour on social media or watching Netflix. Nobody wants to say that, because when you say that, there's a fear of, well, how's that going to go? Shit, that might create some dissonance in the relationship. That she might yell at me, or she might not like me, or I might lose a friend if I say that. I might lose a client if I say that, if I'm a coach, that's afraid to say that. So most people, they're more interested in being liked by somebody than telling somebody what they need to hear instead of what they want to hear. And that's just the way it is. It's just how we are as human beings, because we want to all connect, and every single one of us just wants to be loved. Every single one of us just wants to be liked. And most people aren't willing to take that step and risk losing somebody, risk losing a friend, or risk losing, just being judged, or, losing the peace that might be there right now. They're too afraid of, creating some disharmony, so most people just kind of agree with people. Oh yeah, yeah. You're just so busy, and I know you work so hard. I don't know, I don't know why it's not working. You're doing it all, right? Most people are going to want to do that. And so to me, it's more important to have to surround yourself with people that are going to tell you like it is, that are going to be real with you and authentic and tell you what you need to hear instead of what you want to hear, in order for you to be better, right? And that is my job. My job as a coach is not to be liked by my clients. It's not to be nice to them. It's to get them to where they want to go. It's to give them a strategy where they can create. It's to get them to the body and the life that they want to create. And that's my job. And so if that means losing a client, that's what it is, because if I don't say something, if I don't tell them what they need to hear, and because I'm afraid of losing a client, or afraid of how they might respond to me, or, what they're going to think about me, whether that be a friend or a client, whatever, then I guarantee that client will never get to where they want to go, or that person. In fact, I actually just kind of nurture the exact thing that's causing the struggle that they're in, the challenge that they're in, if you just continue to agree with them. So I just wanted to share this. God, man, I went on a total rant, but it's I just wanted to share this because number one, it's good to be aware of when you're in victim mode, because so long as you're blaming, complaining, and whining on, and putting the blame on your current circumstances on something outside of you, you will guarantee that things will never change. So be very honest with grace, right? Be gentle with yourself, but be very honest with yourself of when you're doing that, because that is you choosing to not create the body or the life that you want. And then make sure you surround yourself with people that are going to tell you what you need to hear instead of what you want to hear, so that you can step into the best version of yourself. And there's not many people out there that are like that, but the few that you have in your life that will tell you that are worth more than the many that won't, that are too afraid to tell you what you need to hear. And my husband is one of them. He's not afraid to tell me shit that I need to hear, and he knows that I can handle it, right? Like, yeah, it might sting a little bit, but that's on me, And so this is why coaches are really great, right? Hopefully you get a coach that has the bravery and the ability to tell you what you need to hear, because that's going to be the thing that shakes you up and wakes you up out of your victim mode. So, I just wanted to share that because it's important. It happens a lot. And a lot of people don't have those people who are going to tell them what they need to hear, So anyways, that's all I got for you. So let me know if that resonates for you. And if you're interested in, having a coach that's like that, understands when there is a time to be soft and there's a time to be firm, right? And if you're looking for coaching, if you're looking for a strategy that will teach you how to create a fit body and, do it from a place of love, then reach out to me, or you can click the link in my bio, because we are opening applications very, very soon. So those of you guys that are on my interest list, you will get first access. And this is essentially, what we do is I teach women how to create fit bodies from the inside out, from a place of love instead of fear, instead of, needing to control macros or track macros and count steps and, follow a plan and have all these freaking structures. We want to break free of that. I teach you how to be fit with more freedom. So if that is something that you're interested in, we can see if you're a good fit. Only 5 people will be selected. And I'm very, very tuned into what kind of women I'm looking for, because I need somebody that's just committed to go all in on something very, very different. So if that's you, if you're looking for the next level sort of way to weight loss, something very different, then reach out to me, click the link in my bio. Conscious Fitness, it's awesome. It's the best program. And hope you guys have a great day.